Hello everyone, myself Khushi. I am a law student in IME Law College and I am here as a legal intern in very popular law firm Nexus and Company. So guys, today we are talking about the Supreme Court, or we can say all about the Supreme Court. Supreme Court's brief history, their constitutional provision, their functions, their powers, jurisdiction, etc. and etc. We will discuss in this part 1 video of the Supreme Court. So, guys, as all of you know, the Supreme Court is a protector of fundamental rights. The Supreme Court is the highest court of the land, and we can say it is the apex court. The final court of appeal. It is the highest constitutional court, and it have a power of judicial review on any arbitrary law and amendment of the parliament, and it is also known as the guardian and custodian of constitution. As all of you know that our governmental system is divided, we can say a federal governmental system in our country, but the judicial system is not a federal. They are integrated in whole the country, and there is a hierarchy of the courts like a supreme court, high court, then subordinate courts of different states. So let's begin this topic with the brief history of the Supreme Court. The promulgation of the Regulation Act 1773 established the Supreme Court of Judicature at Calcutta as a court of record, and they have a full power and authority, and it was established to hear and determine all complaints for suit which is related to crime and civil suit also including in, and the suits and action which is belong to the Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. They only deal with the three states, the suits of these three states. The Supreme Court of Madras, Bombay were established by the King George II in 1800 and 1823 respectively. The High Court Act 1861 created the various high courts in the different provision of the British India, which abolished the Supreme Court from the Calcutta, Madras, and Bombay, and also uh, and also Sardar Adalats in Presidency Town. They also abolished it. The High Court was the highest court of appeal till the federal court was not established in India. After the independence in 1947, the Constitution of India came into being 26 January 1950. The Supreme Court also came into existence, and first sitting was held on 28 January 1950. The federal court, which was established by the Britishers in 1935, now after the independence, it was called the Supreme Court, and the law declared by the Supreme Court is being to all courts. It means they are bounded. The all subordinate court are bounded to the decisions of the Supreme Court. It has a power of judicial review, which is the biggest power, we can say the biggest power of Supreme Court, which they can declare any law null and void if they find that this law is arbitrary, or this amendment, this law which is made by the parliament is arbitrary and violates the fundamental rights of citizens. Then immediately the Supreme Court take action through the judicial review and declare it null and void. Now we will discuss that what is the constitutional provision which is present in the our constitution, which is dealing with the Supreme Court. The part 5th, and we can see the chapter 6 of Constitution, Article 124 to 147, they totally deal with the functions and powers of the Supreme Court. They deal with the jurisdiction, procedures, organization, independency of judiciary system or the Supreme Court in India. The Article 124, 124 1 or A states that the Supreme Court consisting of one Chief Justice, which is also known as a CGI, Chief Justice of India, and other seven judges with them. Now, the number of judges is increased 15 to 31, means one CGI and 30 other judges of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court Bill 2019 has added the four judges, which increased the number of judges 31 to 34. The original strength of Supreme Court was not was fixed at and the parliament are authorized, the parliament is totally authorized to regulate the composition, the number of judges of the Supreme Court. The seat of Supreme Court, the constitution declared Delhi as the seat of the Supreme Court, means the Supreme Court which is established in the Delhi, which established by the Britishers in 1935 as a federal court, and later it is known as a Supreme Court, which is found in Delhi. The constitution consists that CGI can declare the other place as a seat of Supreme Court. It is the power of a CGI. Now we will discuss the appointment of the judges of Supreme Court, that who have authority to appoint the judges of the Supreme Court. This authority have the judges of the Supreme Court are appointed by the President of India after the consultation with the judges of Supreme Court and High Court, and he deems it is a necessary for him. Without any consultation of the other judges, they cannot declare or they cannot appoint a CGI or other judges of High Court and Supreme Court. It is the necessary for the president that they have to take suggestion, the consultation of other judges also. Other judges appointed by the president after the consultation of CGI. In the case of CGI, if a president appointed the CGI, then they have to take a permission, or we can say a consultation of the other judges of Supreme Court and High Court, or if they are appointing other judges of the Supreme Court and High Court, then they have to take a consultation of the CGI of Supreme Court. Other judges and of Supreme Court and High Court, the consultation of CGI is obligatory, means it is an obligation. So this is necessary for the president that they have to take up consultation of CGI and other judges of the Supreme Court, and after that they appoint the judges of High Court and Supreme Court. There was also a one rule that appointment of CGI from 1950 to 1973, the practice had been the appointment of senior most judges of the Supreme Court as CGI. It is a compulsory that who had a senior most judge, they can become the CGI, and this contravention was violated in 1973 when A.N. Rao was appointed as CGI by suspending three more senior judges. Again in 1977, M.U. Beg was appointed as a CGI by suspending the other than three most judges. This discretion of the government was decreased by the Supreme Court in the second judge case in 1993, in which the Supreme Court ruled that the senior most judge of the Supreme Court should be alone appointed to the office of the CGI. Means only senior most judge of the Supreme Court can only is suitable for the seat for the appointment of the CGI of Supreme Court. System is known as the collegium system for the appointment of CGI, the most senior judge of the Supreme Court. This collegium system born through the three judges case, and it is in practice since 1945 till now, and it is used for the appointment and transfer of judges of Supreme Court and High Court. This system is neither mentioned in original constitution, or nor it is not amended. Next is the qualification of judges. The judges should be the citizen India. Judges of High Court for the 5 year, or advocate in high court for the 10 years, or distinguished jurist in the opinion of the press. The constitution not prescribe minimum age of the judges. Next is oath and affirmation. The oath or affirmation administered by the president. Yeah. Tenure of judges. The fixed tenure of judges, which is not mentioned in the constitution, they uphold the office till the 6 years, and he can also resign his officially by writing to the president, and he can also remove by the president on the recommendation of the parliament. The salary and allowance, which so time to time decided by the parliament, right, except in the condition of financial emergency. So this is the part 1 video of the Supreme Court. In part 2 video, we will discuss more provisions and functions of the Supreme Court. So guys, if you have any problem, then you have to ask me in a comment box, and I will give my best to answer it. And very thank you to all to watching this video.